And we're going to walk towards the front of our mat just a little bit as we work through some side series. So I'm going to come down to the right. I'm going to make a pillow with that right side, staying. So we will progress up onto our elbow. If at any point you want to stay down, that's just fine, right? So kind of find, again, your range of motion. Just that top leg, let's lift and lower. And lift and lower. Now, I am through parallel. Try not to externally rotate here. If anything, I might want your heel just a little bit higher than your toes. 4. Give me 3. Last 2. And 1. Let's lift up, hold. Now from this position, let's externally rotate and internally rotate. Ooh, very little movement. You are holding your leg, and then you're turning sort of like the head of your femur bone deep into your pelvis. So this isn't your pelvis moving, this isn't your waist moving now. This is just your leg. 3. Last 2. Last 1. Hold that internal rotation. You're going to dip it down in front of the other leg, and then you're going to kick it up and back ever so slightly. A little bit of a diagonal. Down and forward, up and back. Down and forward, up and back. I am pointing through that left leg. That feels good for me today. You could explore a flexed position if you want. I want you to feel sort of the dimple of your left glute start to fire up. Can you feel your hamstring again too? A little bit of adductor work as you pull it in and forward, then kick it up and back. Last 2, in and forward, up and back. Last 1, in and forward, up and back. Now small circles back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And soften everything down. We're going to roll onto our back. Our knees are kind of going to pull into our chest, and we're going to roll right into an abdominal series. We've done this before. Our series of 5, a great series. You can always keep your head and neck down if you want. It doesn't have to be crazy if where you're at today is just working the abs and the legs. Curl head, neck, and chest. Think about a tight ball. Now pull the right knee into your armpit and lengthen the left leg away. Option here, hands can come onto your thighs, your shins, or you can push into the front. I'm going to push today. We're going to inhale, inhale, exhale. 4, 3, 2, last 4, 3, 2, 1. Curl into that tight ball. Woo, big stretch. Lengthen the left arm long and roll to the left. Start lying on your side. Legs are long, and reaching through that right leg, you're going to lift and lower, and lift and lower. Moving right into our flip side now. Reach and lower, and lift and lower. Last 5. Give me 4, 3. Last 2, still through parallel. Last 1. Lift it up, hold. Little movement, internally rotate and externally rotate. Oh man, mine is tiny on this side. I cannot internally rotate on my right. So that's why we're doing this. We're increasing our awareness. Where are our limitations? How do we explore and strengthen? Last 3. Give me 2. And last 1. Internally rotate, hold. You're going to dip your toes down, and you're going to kick it back and up. Forward and down, and back and up. Woo. Forward and down, and back and up. Try to lift your left waist just a little bit if you can, so that you're very active through your left obliques. We haven't let go of our abdominals. Last 4. Back and up. Give me 3. Back and up. Last 2. Back and up. Last 1. Back and hold. 8 circles. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Soften it down. Whew. Bend the knees into your chest, curling back into that ball. Again, options here to lift head, neck, and chest or stay down, up to you. The goal in this next series is not to move your shoulder girdle or your pelvis, so stay anchored through your center. Just the arms and the legs are going to reach away, and then you're going to curl back into that tight ball. I'm going to reach towards my heels today and pull the knees towards my armpits. And then open, reach, reach, 4, 3, 2, almost there. Last one. Curl into that tight ball. Now reach and lengthen yourself over to the right. Pick yourself up onto that right elbow if that's part of your practice, right? If that feels good for you today. Kick your legs forward ever so slightly so that you're in just a slight angle. Now from this position, pull that left leg in front. We already did that hip a little bit. We're going to get a little bit of a stretch. You can thread your hand underneath and hold on to that if that feels good. Pointing through your right leg, you're going to lift and lower. And lift and lower. Reach. So I am going to try to really lengthen my right toes away from my right shoulder. I'm careful not to sink into my right shoulder too, right? We don't want to relax into it. So Saki, push up out of that right shoulder a little bit more if you can. Yes, that's it. Good. Almost like somebody's kind of grabbed your rib cage and they're pulling you up towards the ceiling. Last one. Let's lift it up, hold. Now flex through the foot and make circles on the far wall. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And soften that down carefully. Stack your legs. Reach your right arm long. Roll towards your back, curling your knees into your chest. Option here, stay. Keep head, neck, and chest down, or lift head, neck, chest, and curl towards those quads. Right leg is going to reach up. If you're able to grab behind your ankle or your calf, go ahead and do so. Left leg is going to lengthen. Now, I don't want you to just think I'm going to pull the knee to my nose. I want you to think I'm going to pull my toes towards the wall behind me, right? So long leg line, we're going to pull, pulse 1, 2, and switch 1, 2, and switch 2, 2, and switch 1, and 3, and 4, 4, 3, last 2, and 1. Good, finish strong, pull both knees into your chest, and reach and lengthen over towards the left. Again, picking yourself up onto that elbow if that's part of your practice, and then bend that right leg into your chest. Right arm reaches underneath, holding onto that ankle. Stay lifted out of your left shoulder and point through the toes. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. So you can stay down onto your arm if that's better for your shoulder position. 4, 3, last 2, and 1. Lift the leg, hold, flex through the foot, make small circles. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reverse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then soften that all the way down. Carefully extend both legs, arms, and roll back onto your back. Again, tucking yourself into that ball. We're going to lift head, neck, and chest, and we're going to focus on dropping the ribs down. Now this next series, find what works for you. Hands are going to come behind the head, lifting head, neck, and chest, reach the legs up, right? You can always stay with knees bent and tabletop if that's better for you. So this alone might be a lot of work. You're welcome to stay here. Or start to reach your legs away from you, only as low as you can keep your abs engaged. Don't let your back pop up off. That's my point today. I like to bicycle back into my chest and extend up. Reaching, lengthen. Here's your breath work again. Reaching, lengthen. Find what works for you. Last 4. Last 3. Give me 2. Almost there. Last one. Woo, curl into that tight ball. Reaching. And carefully roll over towards the right. Option here, now you can stay down or you can prop yourself up. Actually, let's have everybody prop themselves up to this position if that's available to you, right? We're gonna work just a little bit. Last week we did some joint-friendly movement, so kind of building that weight-bearing exercises. Same thing here, options. You can stay in this position and you're just gonna work on how do I lift my hips, which sounds kind of daunting. You're like, well, I don't know, I'm using them to rest on, right? You've got to squeeze your legs together and we wanna stand strong into that right shoulder. So I want you to think a little bit, you're gonna drop the shoulder down and lift up through your waist. So again, an abdominal series, right? Everything comes back to the core. Lift through the abdominals. Woo! That's it. Good. Lift through the abdominals. We're gonna do 3 more. You're welcome to stay like this, or if you want just a little bit more work, top leg steps forward, bottom leg steps back. We're gonna add a little bit fuller extension. If it's for you, standing into your legs and your arms, you're gonna lift and you're gonna stretch. So a little bit of side over. And then come back down. Whew, last 3. That can be a lot on our shoulder. So kind of meet yourself where you're at. And then come back down. Let's see what it feels like on an elbow. So you might not come as far up, right? But you can still work on that healthy shoulder position. Let's do once more for good measure. Kind of finding what works for you. Lift, you're gonna feel your waist. And then you're gonna come all the way back down. Carefully roll back down onto your back. All the way down. Last little series here, we've got our crisscross, right? Woo. So from here, knitting ribs down, lift head, neck, and chest. Hands come behind the head, and you're gonna think that you're gonna lift up a little higher. You're gonna pull that right knee in as you lengthen the left leg out, and you're gonna turn. Here's our rotation again, right? You're gonna think in, then you're gonna switch. Exhale, exhale, exhale. So come back to your stable shoulder girdle and pelvis. Don't look like a canoe rocking in the water, right? You're strong through center. 4 and 3. Last 2 and 4, 3, 2, 1. Curl into that tight ball. Almost there. Roll over towards the left, lengthen, and take a breather. All right. Carefully press yourself up. You're going to see my lovely backside, but we're going to do the same thing that we did a minute ago, right? So you can start with those legs tucked, elbow is strong, and just practice staying lifted. And squeeze those thighs together and lift up and lower back down. Just see what that feels like. Lift up and lower back down, right? If you want that added extension, one leg kicks slightly forward. You are starting from a bent knee position. You can stay down onto your elbow and lift. See what that feels like. It's a lot for your shoulder and your abs, so meet yourself where you're at. Or if you want that added challenge, you can stay up into the shoulder. Oh, big stretch. Last 3. Coming down, I think, is the hardest part because that shoulder wants to come up into your ear. I want you to keep pushing it away. Last one, lifting up and over and soften everything back down. Whew. All right, carefully flip now, coming to tabletop. Now, I like to glue my legs together, just like we started, so that I really think that I'm curling my spine around the space in front, right? So make your quads take up space that your body has to kind of conform to. So I'm thinking of a posterior tilt here. And I'm going to inhale into my back. Oh, nice big stretch. Exhale. Feel like you're going to lift your stomach off your quads. Last one. Exhale. Slowly drag your fingertips across the mat. If this is available to you, I'm going to shift my weight back to my heels. Oh, might be a lot on your knees. So if that's too much, just come up through tabletop and meet us back and seated. Whew, good work. Beautiful job. Thank you so much, everybody. That's class.